Hey guys, it's your boy DBK here, and I'm here with another commentary for you guys. And this one, the video is not going to be matching what I'm going to be talking about, and that's for a reason. Because if I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, I'm pretty peed off at the moment. As you guys probably know, I'm a GTA 5 player, and ever since I bought GTA 5, that has been the only disc that's been inside my PlayStation 3 since I've got it. I haven't done any other gaming, any other things since that game came out, and that's like a month now. And as you know, the main selling point for this game was the online feature. Now this video is mainly gonna be, well, you can see by the title, is things Rockstar are doing to fuck up GTA Online, and why Rockstar are fucking up GTA Online. It's just so many things, and it's quite disappointing. From a gamer's point of view, it's quite disappointing, the amount of things and the lengths that they are going to really, I don't know whether they're purposely doing it, but I think it's disrespectful to the gamers that have gone out there and put in hard-earned cash into the game. And I think it's disrespectful, and I think it's greedy. So I'm gonna start off with a few points. As you know, online for GTA has been heavily patched so far. 1.04 just came out. I put it up today. This morning when I woke up, I played it, and did the mandatory update as usual. And with this patch, we still have no word on when this stimulus pack is going to get released. We still have no word. I mean, first of all, the stimulus pack was an idea that they thought of, where they're going to give $500,000 to every player or every person who's played GTA Online, to make up for the fuck ups which they did, or fuck ups which they suffered with when their servers and stuff went down. Or not even when they're just cloud servers apparently couldn't handle the amount of, traffic that they were receiving. And so this is meant to soothe the blow, or to make people a bit happier about the fact that this has gone down. First point is, this has been, and this probably will be, the biggest selling game of the year, right? So for me, for them to say that they didn't realize the amount of traffic that they would be receiving on the most anticipated game of the year, they didn't realize how much traffic they were going to be receiving, and it exceeded their expectations and their servers couldn't handle it. For me, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit, and that is ridiculous that they even try to come up with an excuse such as that. First things first, let's put it into perspective, because a lot of people are going to be saying, oh well, they probably didn't anticipate this many people. Okay, let's put this in perspective. Since the release, okay, I'm going to be nice and lenient to them. Ballad of Gay Tony, so GTA 4, they had the 2 expansion packs, or the 2 episodes of the BC. They had Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and the Damned. So if we count from then, because I know they started working on GTA 5 before then, but let's be nice to them. Say that they started working on them after they'd released those 2 expansions for GTA 4. They had 3-4 years from then to get everything clear. So yeah, I mean, okay, cool. They must have had some time, where they had to work on getting the actual GTA 5 looking good. Because I'm not gonna front, I'm not gonna hate, I'm not a hater. I love games. What I do is gaming. I prefer playing games over anything else right now. And GTA 5 offline, just on the story, is a beautiful game. I don't have many bad words that I can say about that. They've hit it on the head again. I'm a massive fan of GTA. GTA is one series which I have focused on my entire life and I love. That is fine, but the online, when it first came out, I was heavily anticipating this. You know, I was hyped up for this, man. I'm hyped up. I was hyped up for this more than I'm hyped up for Ghosts, and that's saying something because I love playing Call of Duty, obviously. But to say that, you know, I mean, the thing is, after they released the actual game, just the story mode, online wasn't available for about 2-3 weeks after they released it. That, you know, it's a bit shaky. People can be like, and then they'll move on from it. But still, that's kind of, you know, it's a bit dodgy. Everyone's like, okay, well, I mean, there's obviously going to be a great, you know, going to be a great experience when it comes out. Blah 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 blah. You know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be amazing. And then when the time finally comes, and they blame the errors and, you know, all the problems that you know that they encountered with their servers and stuff like that, to me that's just trash, and that's kind of weak on Rockstar's side. Like, come on, you saw how many they sold. Wasn't it reported that they made $1 billion off like the first 3 days or something like that of sales? 1 billion US dollars from a video game, and that's just the sales on the first 3 days. Think about the money that's racked up since then. These guys, that I mean, if they hadn't predicted that it would do that well, I mean, I don't see how they, you know, maybe reaching the 1 billion mark is crazy still, you know, but they reached a milestone there. That's crazy right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for them to go on and say, oh, we didn't expect to have, you know, such high volumes of players come in and try and play the game and try and get it in, you know, for me that was dumb. That's stupid. That's nonsense. Like, for them to actually try and pull that off as some sort of excuse, that's weak. It's seriously weak. I mean, I'm looking at it from a standpoint is, you've had all this time to try and sort out the infrastructure for your network, so online play can just be suitable for people to play. I'm still having problems, believe it or not. I'm still having certain problems with online where I had problems with my character. I'll show you guys a few glitch videos later. I've got glitch videos, which is stuff that has happened online. I'm still having problems even after they said they're smoothing stuff out. Now, fair enough, you know, every online game is bound to have some problems at some point in its shelf life, but no one predicts them to have as many problems as Rockstar have encountered within the first couple of weeks of the game's release. I mean, it was within the first week of the game, you know, being released, and you know, it's crazy. It was I don't know. I found it mental that, you know, that would actually pop up as an excuse, the fact that, you know, they didn't realize they would have that amount of traffic. I mean, at this rate, if their servers keep going like this, they might just surpass EA for world's crappiest servers to play games on. You know, I used to complain about Call of Duty lag, but man, FIFA was something else, and everyone knows about FIFA. If you played FIFA, if you know about FIFA, you know how bad the servers are when you try and play online. Like, playing with my mate who lives a mile away from me, that was hell. We had the bars of latency were on 1 bar. He was right next to his hub. He had 100%, and I'm using wide Ethernet connection, and it was 1 bar. Now that's something special. But I'm not gonna bash at FIFA or EA this time. This is strictly GTA. So, you know, after that, you know, they try and win us over with this stimulus pack idea, where, okay, you know what, guys, we feel that we didn't, you know, do well enough or whatever, blah blah blah, whatever they want to say, and they want to give us $500,000 each. Now, to me, I don't think that's the way that they should have gone about things, personally. One, you're giving $500,000 to everyone that's played it in online cash, obviously on the GTA cash. I don't believe that everyone who is going to receive that warrants it, personally. I know a lot of people that have been out there grinding for money from missions. That's another point I'll come into later into this video. I know a lot of people that have been grinding for money on this thing. I know a lot of people that have put in a lot of effort outside of the game to, you know, rack up all the stuff with the crews, you know what I mean, setting up crews and all of that, to gain extra XP and to like work as a team. And to give $500,000 out is just like, you know, certain people. I know this, one of my friends has grinded and he's got himself 4 supercars, super sports cars, whatever you want to call them. Now, by giving $500,000 out to everyone, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth to the people that have been working hard for their cash. So it means people that have been working hard for their cash and have grinded to get those supercars, other people who haven't had to do that much, or certain people, I'm not saying it's everyone, but certain people that didn't even have to put in that much effort are now going to be able to buy those cars, buy those houses, buy, you know, and like that, just like that, you know. They wouldn't have to have grinded as hard as certain people do. And you know, the thing about Rockstar is they're very funny because they're particular about certain things. Missions, RP earned from missions, and you know, the cash earned from missions too. I don't get this, you know. It's, for me, maybe I just don't understand it, but from a business point of view, I understand that you want to continually bring in profit and you want your income to be higher than your expenditure, blah blah blah. You know, you want to keep above that red line. I highly doubt that Rockstar are treading the thin line between going into the red. So I don't think that they should be getting so pissy about the fact that people are doing these money glitches. First of all, let me explain why. One, it's not real money. It doesn't have any monetary value. It doesn't have any external value outside of the game. So, you know, if anyone tries, I don't know anyone that's going to try, but if anyone tries to sell GTA Online dollars, then they're stupid. And that's what they're trying to do. Well, store on PlayStation 3 still hasn't been set up for people to buy dollars. So you're blocking people from getting money from missions. And to be fair, remember, Rockstar have had how many years to sort this out? How many years to get these definitive things set up? So let me go through a list of the shit that they've done to try and limit people's gameplay and to try and take away the element of grinding and fun. First thing, the amount of money that you get from a majority of high earning missions, where they say would be less octane. I don't even know how to try and put this in a nice way, but they basically, certain missions, everyone knows about Violent Duck, everyone knows about Out of Court Settlement. All of you know about their missions, and the way that they've just butchered the amount of cash that you get from that. Violent Duck went down from 9 grand to 3 grand. What was it? Out of Court Settlement went from 9 grand, I think it was, to 4.5 grand. There's several other missions out there, but those are the 2 significant ones which I know. So first of all, even before they've slashed these down, they've taken away the replay mission feature. Now, this is kind of funny, and it kind of makes a mockery of the whole sort of put together of the online game for GTA Online. It sort of makes a mockery of it, because they've put this feature in where, as you have played GTA 5 now, after you complete a mission, there would be a button in the bottom left corner where, you know, you'd have the 6 options of new missions, etc. You know, what mission you want to choose from there on. Then they have the 3 buttons at the bottom, 3 or 4, whatever it is. One in the bottom left is the replay one, and then I forgot what the other 2 is. One of them is free mode and one of them is something else. They haven't taken away the button, they've just disabled the use of it, apparently because people were replaying missions which were put in the game and getting money off them and RP off them. Right, so just to put that into context for people, they put this feature in the game so people could replay missions, but yet they take away the feature in one of their patches. Right, okay, cool. Alright, let's move on to the next one. They seem to have a problem with people sharing cash with other players in the lobby. Now, at the beginning, I think I remember there was a $5,000 limit on how much you could give to people within a day. I think it was a day, like an actual day, not as in a day in game. I don't know, I'd have to clarify that up. But there was a limit to 5 Gs that you could give to how many other players you wanted to split it between in a day. So, okay, that's cool, you know, because majority of the time, me and my boys, if someone wanted to buy something and they needed a little bit of petty cash, because this was round about the start when we actually just started playing GTA Online, so you know, we weren't doing nothing big, you know, we weren't dealing with big dollars like we are now. But you know, it was petty things like, oh, I need to buy some ammo but I don't have the money for it. Oh, here you go, here's like $100, $200 to go buy yourself some ammo. You know, simple stuff like that. Now that feature once again hasn't been removed, it's just that the button has been blacked out. You can't see that button, and that's funny because it's another feature which they themselves, no one has like manipulated any sort of game feature for this to be possible. It's a feature which they put in themselves, which they are now removing. Because I don't know, I'd have to ask, do they think people are manipulating a feature, or they're you know, overdoing it by replaying missions and then sharing cash with their friends? What's the whole point of an online experience, you know? Like, is it meant to be that everyone has to sweat their socks off just to get a small reward? And that's another thing I have to say. It is absolutely ridiculous why prices are like inflated 2-3 times to what they are offline on story mode. Now, a good example of this is Los Santos Customs. Now, you guys know, if you've played GTA 5, you'll know that the pay and spray has now become Los Santos Customs. So, you go into Los Santos Customs, and it's actually pretty cool. I commend you guys on this feature. You can now finally pimp out your whips, get them stuff. I love, personally, I'm not even gonna lie, but I love the dollar rims. Those are my favorite, and I commend you guys. You get a round of applause for that. So that is a real good feature that they've put in. But one thing that I don't understand, which baffles me, is the fact that nearly everything online is 2-3 times the price it is offline. Maybe I don't understand, like, why are the prices so damn extortionate online when it's actually harder to get cash online than it is offline? Is that a problem with the game? Did they mismanage that offline should have been actually a bit more expensive than it was, so they decided to make up for it online? Or is it because of the fact that, you know, even though there are reduced amount of selection for vehicles online than there are offline, they would like people to, you know, struggle to get, I mean, it's stuff like the crew emblem. To get the crew, if you're in a crew, you get this special option to put your crew emblem on the bonnet of your car, or somewhere on your car. Now, on my Bugatti, which I grinded for, by the way, just to put it out there, the $1 million Bugatti. On my Bugatti, I've got my crew emblem on, and it costs $25,000 to put on. Just for a small emblem on the hood of the car. Like, I don't know if you guys understand where I'm getting at, but that is absolutely so, I don't know what to say that can back that up, having to pay 25 grand to put an emblem on the front of a car. You know, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. Also, apparently to put your crew color on, it's 25 grand too. I don't know, I haven't put my crew color on my car. I tend to like my cars white or black. I don't know, I'm boring like that. But I believe it is 25 grand to put that, the color of your crew, if you're in a crew, the color of your crew, to set it as your car type. So okay, one thing I don't understand about this is, boom, your crew color is red. That's 25 grand, but you can also go into these stores, pick a classic color and pick a red, which is something like, I don't know, it's around $1,000 or something, maybe even less. So you saved yourself 24 grand on a color for your car. 24 grand. But no, they're not gonna fix that. They're not gonna fix any of the problems which people have encountered. They're not gonna fix the fact that it takes more than 3 minutes to lose a 1-star wanted level when you haven't been seen. I was hiding. I mean, it's not as like this has happened once. This happens all the time on this game. You're hiding from the police. Whether you got 2 or 3 stars. Yesterday I experienced it where I had 1 star. I was nowhere near the scene of the crime. I'd left my car, I'd run and I'd hid behind some buildings. This is 1 star, okay? I had 1 star. Now I was waiting there for 2 to 3 minutes. I was actually watching time for this one. It's a shame I didn't record it, as I would share it with you guys now. But I was standing there for 2 to 3 minutes waiting for it to go, and it didn't go. The cops were somehow finding my location, and surprise, surprise, once they found me, it went up to 2 stars. And they were shooting at me, so I shot back, went up to 3 stars. And I don't know, I don't know, maybe it's ingrained in the game to trap you into a situation where you cannot back out from. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That's one thing that I don't understand, is why it takes so long to get rid of cops. Leicester's ability to remove cops, it's understandable that they've limited that to only a maximum of 3 stars, I think it is. Because to be fair, if you've got a SWAT team in tanks after you, this one guy is not going to be able to remove them for you. Fair enough. I understand that. But when you don't use him and you're hiding for 2 to 3 minutes with 1 star, and then it escalates because they find you, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I guess, you know, that was something that was meant to enhance gameplay again. Yeah, one of those funny things. I don't know. Who am I? Another thing, another point. Grand Theft Auto Online. Armored trucks. Now, for those of you that haven't got to the armored trucks yet, there is another plateau which you can reach once you get to the level of armored trucks. Now, armored trucks are these Group 6 vehicles that are driving around. I've seen them mainly in the richer areas of the north, well, the middle, I guess it would be the midwest sort of area of Los Santos on the map. And they travel around in their armored trucks, you know, a couple security guards in there. Now you have the option to rob armored trucks. That's a very nice feature if it's done correctly. And possibly, if you're out there, Rockstar, and you're listening to this, maybe you can take this as some heed and think of it as a future product or project to do, you know. I highly doubt that there are armored trucks, or pretty much every armored truck out there is only carrying 8 grand on them. Now, it's a wonderful feature you guys have got there, being able to rob armored trucks, but the reality is, armored trucks don't drive around. What's the point of having an armored truck just for 8 grand? I'm being deadly serious here. These armored trucks carry hundreds of thousands. You know, that's why they're tightly secured armored trucks. You know, that's the whole reason they're armored trucks. They carry hundreds of thousands of pounds, dollars, you know, whatever currency, euros. Obviously not hundreds of thousands of yens, because that isn't much. But, you know, I mean, they carry a lot of money with them. That's why they're so tightly secured. So, you know, the whole point of robbing an armored truck for 8 grand, you know, I don't know, it's just weak. I mean, maybe, and this is an idea for you guys. When you finally do, I'll come on to my topic of heists now. When you finally bring or introduce this heists thing into the game, maybe it would be, you know, real crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but they could be trying to do a heist for an armored truck, you know, like, you know, one of those armored trucks that carry 8Gs, except they don't carry 8Gs on them. They carry something significant, something worth robbing. You know, something big, like an actual armored truck would carry. And I'm not trying to sound stupid or patronize anyone, but I went around robbing armored trucks. I spent a majority of one day doing it, just driving around waiting for armored trucks to pop up so I could jack them. And I must admit, from about 6 hours gameplay of that day, I only racked up around 45,000 from robbing armored trucks, and I robbed about 20. I don't know whether I was doing something wrong, whether I just don't know, but I wasn't making any money from this, whereas if I'd have gone and done survivals, now that's the crazy thing. Now, I love my survivals, and I'm sure you guys already know that I love my survivals. And my favorite is the Boneyard one, obviously, because that one I have tactically sound with my friends. You know, it's better to do. But I heard with this most recent patch that certain things have been modded in survivals too. I thought the one place that would be safe was survivals, but obviously not. They're not immune to this neither, and you know, I can't wait. I just cannot wait for the day when survival prize cash will be slashed in half to 10 grand. I'm waiting for it to happen. You know, I'm just because they've done it with everything else. I'm just waiting for this to pop off. This is gonna be amazing, and you guys are gonna be, you know, when I say this is gonna be amazing, it's gonna prove everything that I'm saying. Is that the fact that they want you to go and buy their dollars from their store. They don't want you to make dollars from easy missions. It's their fault they put in missions of such a low difficulty that it wouldn't even, you know, take a baby to do. Out of court settlement. That is the most retarded mission I've ever done. You basically have to drive maybe a few feet towards this lawyer who's sitting in the car, and you have to pop his brains and take a suitcase and take it to Martin Madrazo's girl's crib. If you know this mission inside out like I did with my man, it takes you about 3 minutes to complete the mission, and you get 9 Gs for it. Now that might not sound like a lot, but 3 minutes, so if you do that constantly, that's 20 of those in an hour. So like 9 grand times 20, I'm not like good with maths, but that's like 18. I don't know, I'm not good with maths, but it's a lot. That sounds so bad, but it's a lot of money. It's like you get a stupid amount of money for doing that, and that's the problem. That was what one of the apparent problems with Violent Duck, is that you got a lot of money for a short mission, and so they decided to slash it. They decided to just grab it by the neck and do a sort of Kratos to Helios, you know, move, and just rip it in half, like bam, just take it apart. And I just think, you know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny that all of these are popping out of the woodworks. You know, a lot of people are like, well, what next, Rockstar, huh? You know, this is a waiting game. It's kind of fun. It's exciting. It's a waiting game to know what is going to be nerfed next. You know, I'm waiting for it, because I guarantee you they won't change the amount you get in armored trucks. They won't change the way that the police are so accurate. They won't change the way that enemies are so accurate and every shot they pop off hits you. I guess they won't change the way that armor works, because armor gets depleted within a couple of shots. I guess they won't change none of that, but they will be prepared to make people struggle and grind harder for cash. Fake cash on an online game, which they're going to force people to buy, because they don't want people to do missions, which they're already doing. You know, they don't want that. That's too easy, apparently. But hey, we got to be glad. At least this GTA, you know, has certain features. Now, I mean, people might be like, oh, come on, you're being real petty about this one, but I'm being particular. Yes, I'm gonna be particular about this. So how many of you guys have gone to the strip club in offline play? Now, I don't know whether this is problems to do with international laws or international gaming laws, or whether something, it's probably Australia and Germany that have got issues with it, because they always have issues with games. Shout out to Australia and Germany. But I don't get why now tits aren't being shown. I know people might say, oh, come on, man, this is something stupid, this is real, you know, petty. But I don't get why, you know, you can't show tits online. Like, is there a problem with it? Hey, they didn't have any problem with showing it offline, so I don't know, maybe I'm being petty on that one. Hopefully someone can answer my questions. So, you know, I'm not gonna, I've rambled on for half an hour now. This is gonna be one of my longest rants ever, but you already know, man. When I got a problem, I vent my opinion. I tell people what I'm thinking, and I'll give it the best shot I do. So, you know, this has been DVK. This is my 30-minute rant. Real long. I didn't expect it to be this long, but I just had so much to get out. I hope to see you guys sometime soon, man. I'll be doing some more videos, evidently, you know. I always do. But for now, I want you guys to stay locked, stay tuned, enjoy GTA 5. Enjoy it now, because in the future, guys, GTA Online is not going to be the same as it is now. And we've learned this from the past patches, you know. So if you got something now, if you're exploiting that money glitch, go ahead. Do it to your heart content, you know. Try and get as much before they catch you. Because, you know, when they catch you, stuff ain't going to be the same. I heard they're already resetting people and banning people for something which is actually in the interface of the game. Something which isn't you know, it's not no homebrew made. It's not no hacks. It's an actual, you know, it's a glitch. I mean, it's in the game. You know, it's no one's fault. No one should be held accountable on the gamer side. No one should be reset for doing it, because, you know, if they really wanted to, they could have taken that out in the first patch. So hey, I'm just signing out now. It's your boy DBK, and I'll catch you guys later in the week with another video. Hopefully it won't be another rant, but it might just be that, you know. But I'll definitely be providing you guys with more commentaries and gameplays, as I like this stuff, you know. I like talking over videos. It sounds good. It feels good. It feels good to do that. So I'm gonna do that a bit more for you guys. And yeah, just enjoy the game while you can, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys sometime in the future. I'm signing out.